All right.
Okay.
Good. We're going.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Forlini, and I would like to say thank you, Mr. President, for fighting for our country. We love you.
And how do we spell your name?
Forlini.
And are you a resident of Michigan?
Yes.
And how long have you been a resident of Michigan?
My whole life.
Great. Are you over the age of 18?
Do I look it? Yes, I am. Just kidding.
Where were you on election night?
I was home on my couch.
And then
Didn't feel good.
what were you doing the day after?
I went to work, and then I heard they needed help at the poll checking the ballots in Detroit at the Coble Hall. So
What time was that?
we ran down there probably about 12:31. We got a brief explanation once we got there what they want us to do, what they expect us to do. What they really should have told us to do was get a pen and a paper, and I don't know if this is legal or not, but this is what they should have told us to do. Copy down as many ballots, ballot numbers, addresses, anything you can get, because it was all suspicious. Not one ballot. Okay, so anyways, back to...
Could
yes.
and we really want to limit, and I think you're doing good, of things that you personally witnessed. What time did you get to the TCF Center?
12:30.
Yeah.
12:30, 1 o'clock.
And you checked in?
Checked in. We were not allowed in the room till probably about 5:28 p.m. We waited there the whole time. In the hallway, they were blocking us so that we couldn't see inside. It was crazy.
And so when you were let in, where did you go?
Well, I walked in and we went to table to see the ballots. Now, by listening to the Senate review and all that, I found out there was supposed to be a Republican at every single table. There was not a Republican at every single table. It was loaded with Democrats, loaded with hate. Anytime we walked by, they flipped the envelope. There were envelopes that were taped shut. And then they would sit there and say, oh, this person wanted to be really secure. And I'm just like a bystander. I'm just like, well, they did want to be really, I didn't think anything was going on until it was like, everywhere we went, they were getting dirty looks. We were getting yelled at. Some lady told me, get away from me. I could feel you breathing. I got a mask on. It was awful. I go, I can't see. They go, did you bring your binoculars?
What did that mean?
Like, stand back, because you have to be 6 feet behind, 6 feet back for COVID. I'm like, how am I supposed to read? They go, you should have brought binoculars. And I'm like, oh. Game on.
So they required you to be 6 feet back. Were they 6 feet apart?
Oh, no, they were on top of each other. Everybody was on top of each other, cuddled in a circle so nobody could see.
Do you remember which table you were at, predominantly?
I was jumping from table to table. I was seeing, we were doing the military. So I'm like, active military, 1939, 1930, 1940. I'm like, what the hell are these people doing?
Well, you're saying things really fast, so I want to be very clear about what you're saying. You're saying you observed military ballots for someone who is active military with a birth date of 1938?
38, 39, 50, 49. Yeah, you name it. And they were all for Biden. Every single ballot I witnessed was for Biden. Every single one. I'm like, wow. Not one Trump ballot did I see.
So people in their 80s with a residence in Detroit who had
residents in Detroit, yes.
Who are apparently not living in Detroit at present. They were apparently deployed on a ship somewhere.
Well, that's what...
In their 80s.
One table I finally got at, there was a very nice gentleman. And so he was the only nice guy. So I said, how come this person here was born on January 27th, 1949? Where's she active at? Where's she working? I mean, like that, her ballot couldn't get here on time. Where the hell did the ballot come from? So he went and he got the envelope. He says...
And this person would have been 71.
Okay, yeah. But the gentleman that I was talking to showed me the envelope. It was postmarked from Ontario, Canada. I'm like, okay. So at that point, I'm like, they have a residence in Ontario, Canada.
Do you have a ballot number for that one?
We have ballot number, yes.
Do you want it? Yeah.
4880, PR 77.
Do you know what table this is at?
Number 16, 77 something. I don't know what 77. I wrote down, PR 77. I don't know what that meant. Her name was Kathy Leal, Leal. Her address was 4160 John R. Street, Detroit, Michigan, 48201. So when I went home, I couldn't wait because I'm like, I wanted to Google it all. Can't find Kathy, so I put in her address. It was Carmanos Medical Center. Yeah. I'm like, why didn't I take down more? You know, that's what they should have told us to do, is take down more.
And so you zeroed in on this person.
Yep,
because
it's my notes that were on the back of this.
Because the birth date was a little off. And
all of them were.
But you're saying this was not uncommon.
No.
This wasn't the one of the day that you're like, oh, I gotta look into this one.
No, they were all like this. So I just thought, I'm gonna jot this down just for the heck of it.
Sure.
And this is what I got for the one that I jotted down. So,
did the poll worker who brought the envelope to you, did he think that anything was odd?
Well, I think he did. He was like one of the nice ones. Okay, one of the only nice ones. Yeah, I think he was like, this is from Ontario, Canada. He's like, from Ontario. And I go, wow, Ontario, Canada. I'm like, we can't even come over the border. What is she doing and why? And then he showed me the date. I thought I seen it too. I go, why didn't it get here? But why didn't it get here on time if it's from Ontario, Canada? You know, the day after. So he thought it was kind of funny too. But.
So to clarify, this was a military ballot of a woman in her 70s that was shipped from Ontario, and her other address is listed as a old person retirement building in Detroit?
Carmanos Medical Center.
A medical center, okay.
That was her address, yes. Yes. Yeah.
Roughly speaking, how many ballots do you think you witnessed that were like
all Biden?
I know that's hard to answer that.
Yeah, because we got there at 5:30, and you know what? Probably about 20. But not one of them were for Trump. And I'm like, I mean, we were just the day before we were at the Trump rally. We're driving down the street, and some car cut us off, and we had our Trump hats on and everything. It was a car full of black teenagers. So we pulled down by alongside of them. They rolled down the window, and they're like, we love Trump. And I'm like, this guy's going to win in a landslide. I mean, I was hearing that from so many people. I don't know what happened, because I don't understand why everybody in Detroit, nobody liked Trump in the military, you know? It just didn't make any sense.
So what times were you there? You said you got in at 5:30.
I think we left about 7:30. Couldn't take another minute of it. They were so rude. I mean, I had people giving me dirty looks, telling me, what are you doing? Just like, and I have no problems taking care of myself. So we were getting they were being confrontational, and I didn't back off either. You know, I had they wanted to just beat the crap out of me.
Was this one person?
Oh God, no. Everywhere we went. Every table we went, but it got so bad there was a couple of Muslim girls with their whatever on, and a couple of black girls, and they were and then they got their lawyer, and it was just terrible. It was all about, I was writing down this information, and they were coming from other tables. Well, we're going to write it down too. And I'm like, but you're not at our table. Why are you here? You know, they were just harassing us so bad. I'm just like, okay, I can't take this. I got what I need. They're not going to listen to us. Why are we going to stay here? We're wasting our time. So I'm just like, I got a mask on. I can't breathe. I'm out of here. I go, let's go. And they wanted to leave before this, but I'm like, no, let's stay in. But it's like we were wasting our time. I got only, if I would have known, I would have stayed there and wrote every single ballot down I seen.
Were there police officers nearby?
Oh yeah, because on our way out, we had to get escorted out by a police officer. That's how rough the crowd was. She walked us all the way to our car, or the car. Yeah, it was terrible. And then we got a standing ovation when we left.
And what did you interpret that to mean?
They were all happy that we were leaving because they knew that we were against them. And
What do you mean against them?
they knew that we were for Trump. Even though we had to say we were not for Trump because they weren't letting any Republicans in. We had to say, what is it called when you're
Nonpartisan.
yeah, non-part. That's the only way we got in. That's the only way. When you looked at and how many people were in, there were very little like marks for Republicans and mostly bipartisan and of course Democrats. Yeah, there were no like sitting down at the tables. There were no Republicans. I mean, everybody was rude. Everybody was rude, and they were like kicking people out if their masks were below their noses. Everybody over there, their masks were below their noses, and I'm like, and I was trying, because I have no problems. I was trying to find somebody to say, "Excuse me, her mask is below her nose," and want it up. I don't feel safe, but
So, would it be fair to say that the rules were not consistently enforced?
no,
Who was in charge?
I have no idea.
Uh,
We were like, we're just left set free in that room. I didn't see one friendly face, but the people that I knew.
did you write down any other ballots that were suspicious?
No, couldn't. Oh no, did I tell you? Yeah, every time, whatever. No.
Well,
There was somebody else with a Black Lives Matter mask on. I go, why do you have that on? Because why not? And I said, because it's political. No, it's not. And I go, okay, I'm done. I just walked away. I'm not even going to argue with you. But yeah, but it was like,
Do you think that, you've probably in life run into people who are unpleasant or unkind? It sounds like what you're describing, though, they didn't just collect all the unpleasant people in one room, right?
no.
Do you think that they were trained to do this?
No, I think we have a lot of hate in our world right now. I don't think they were trained. I think it came natural. Nobody can natural. It's terrible how much people hate now. It's just terrible. I looked at somebody, she was a cute little black girl. Looked at her, I was like, because I'm like, what are you looking at? I was just gonna say I thought you were pretty, but okay. They were bad. It was so bad that by the time I left, Detroit News got a picture of me and said that I'm like, you guys get what you deserve. I hope you all get Biden. Only for you. But it's like.
What did the media say that you were?
They said that we were escorted up. Wait a minute. What was their exact words? How they twisted it.
Oh, that's the paper?
Yeah. Oh, it's right here. They said, an observer reacts after being asked to leave the county room at TF Center. Wasn't asked to leave. We left. I couldn't take another minute of it. They were so rude. So rude.
And then you said, did you ask for the police escort or did they offer it?
No, she offered it.
And why did she offer it?
Because she could tell the way everybody was acting. I'm going, because we were going to go out one door. And then I'm like, she goes, you got to walk through there. I go, I got to walk through there? She goes, come on, I'll take you. So she walked all the way to the top of the roof. And she was so nice.
What were you worried about?
Them.
What does that mean?
Everybody, they were threatening, the way they were looking like they wanted to beat the crap out of us. Them, everybody that was in that room. I'm going to tell you one thing that I did learn from that experience is that there are a lot of racist people against white people.
Why do you say that?
Because every black person in there hated on us. Every Muslim hated on us that I seen, that I came in contact with. It was terrible. Just terrible. It was terrible.
So for the time that you spent observing the counts at the county boards, did you see poll workers challenge any ballots themselves?
There wasn't really like a chance to. It was like they had everything well organized, and so like the envelope. Like I said, some of them were stapled shut, taped shut. It's like they had their plan. It's like these were already filled out. What was there to challenge? The thing to challenge was writing down the names of everybody and then challenge it, because they were all fake. They were not real people. They were fake. The one that I did see was
your impression is that they were all fake.
pretty much not everybody was going to be against Trump in that room.
Right.
You know, not it's just is not. It's not accurate. It could never be.
If they were all fake ballots, do you, from your experience, do you think that those fake, do you think potentially fake ballots would have been tossed out by the people at those county boards?
You mean if I would have had my computer and put the address in?
No. Do you think they would have tossed out the fake ballots if they had found them, or would they have processed them?
Oh no, they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. They all knew what they were doing. It was about getting Biden elected at any cost, because Trump's a bad man.
Did you observe? Some people describe coolers or suitcases. Do you remember any of that?
No, I didn't. I was trying to figure out what was going on with the ballots. Every name, I go, these are active military? So all I did was jump, are we sure? And then I even thought about Ken. I'm like, how the heck did he know these were active military? These are all old people. How could this be active military? And how come none of these people like Trump? That's all I was like trying to I was just questioning that the whole time. And then trying to get away from they were mean. Yeah, they were just mean. Then they would raise the red flag.
Where in relation to the room were you at?
The whole, pretty much, I walked from the front and I ended up all the way in the back.
Okay, so you
Because I thought maybe there was some funny stuff going on in the back too I could find. There was more people in the front. I'm like, they're getting away with stuff in the back. So that's why I went to the back, and that's where I wrote it down, and I figured I could maybe see a little bit more, but they were all the same. All the same throughout there.
Okay. Anything else you want to add, or any
I
other
don't think so.
suspicious things you saw?
I think we covered everything. No, just the same thing. They changed everything everybody else was saying. Everything that I seen on that the people were, in the courtroom or whatever, nobody lied. I witnessed everything.
You say courtroom, do you mean the Senate hearings?
The Senate hearing.
Okay, did you watch the House hearings as well?
Yes, both of them. With Pete Lucido and that, yeah. I watched
those are the Senate hearings, yeah.
And then I watched it at night with Giuliani, so I don't know
Right.
what I was watching, both of them. But
Right.
they nobody lied.
But of what you observed on those two hearings, you didn't see any factual problems different from what you observed. Sorry if that's a mouthful.
I didn't. I'm like, oh God, yeah. I was waiting for someone to say, I seen the envelopes from Ontario, Canada too. But I don't know if I missed it, if anybody said that. Everything they said was absolutely true. Absolutely. Nobody, I was there to witness it. I seen exactly what they seen. The IT people, I didn't I didn't see that, but no, absolutely.
Great.
Absolutely.
Did you see any write-in ballots or third-party votes from any of the ballots you observed?
No, all Biden. They were filling them out, but that's what they were supposed to do. That's what they were doing. But no, I didn't see no third party. All Biden. Every single one.
And not a write-in for any position?
Some of them were positions, but most of them were just straight ticket Biden. Most of them were straight ticket Biden. Pretty much.
Great. Did anybody pressure you to say these things?
No.
Have you been paid by anybody to say these things?
No. Do you want to pay me? No.
Anybody coerced you in any way?
No.
Okay. Have you filled out an affidavit with State Party?
No. I sent a text or a thing to Trump on the Trump page because I don't trust Michigan. Sorry. So I didn't want to go through anything with Michigan.
Great.
No, I didn't fill out an affidavit, but I will. I have no problems with it.
Great. Anything else you'd like to add?
No.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
You will.